Welcome back everyone, this is Mo Investing and we keep things short and sweet, so let's jump straight in. Now Reddit is one of those companies that's been affected by the SaaS sell-off, so they're down 27% year to date. Their main revenue sources are advertising and data licensing, so advertising making up the majority of the revenue, then data licensing making up the rest of that revenue, with deals with the likes of Google paying them roughly 60 million, and then it's assumed, since it's the only other deal that's known, OpenAI is paying them around 70 million. If we take a quick overview of the numbers, their market cap sits at 33.6 billion, their trailing 12-month PE at 46, their next 12-month PE at 33, and then their 2027 PE at 26.89. Their operating margin is a solid 25.1%. They're sitting on 2.7 billion in cash, and then they have essentially no debt, and their stock price right now is sitting at $174. Now Reddit's main strength is their data, so they've got a couple decades of valuable authentic human data, and that's evidenced by the data licensing deals and them being the most cited website by AI models. They're also a asset light and capital light business, giving them large margins. So in their latest report, their gross margin came in at 91%, their net margin was 30%, and then their adjusted EBITDA margin was at 40%. So really good margins there that will continue to expand. If we take a look at the risks, they do carry the risk of being dependent on Google search for traffic, so any changes in the algo there could affect them. There's also the AI licensing deals. They could be affecting user growth and ad impressions, since answers from chatbots could be taking away from users actually going onto Reddit. This is more of a minor one, but I think it's one to pay attention to. They've also got competition spurring up from Meta, with them releasing a Reddit competitor called Forum, and it's yet to be seen how well that does. If we move on to the Q1 2026 report, they reported daily active uniques increasing by 17% year over year to 126 million. Their total revenue increased 69% year over year, going to 663 million. Ad revenue increased 74% year over year, up to 625 million, and then other revenue increased 15%. I kind of blocked it there, but other revenue increased 15% year over year to 39 million, so they're doing pretty well. Their operating cash flow was 312 million, an improvement over 185 million to the prior year, so they had a really good Q1 2026 report. If we look at their guidance for Q2, they expect revenue to be in the range of 715 to 725 million, and then their adjusted EBITDA to be between 285 million to 295 million, so they expect some solid growth there. So outlook is looking good for Q2 2026. If we move on to valuation, now analysts expect them to grow 40% each quarter this year in comparison to the same quarter last year, and then for the growth to taper off from then on. So for my base case for Reddit, since I am a bit skeptical of the growth being as strong as it is right now, I'm going to give them an average EPS growth rate of 25% for the next 5 years, and then I'm going to put the exit multiple at 25, so we can see here that the growth is kind of moderate with these assumptions. However, I do think this is a realistic scenario for Reddit. If I was to give it a rating as well, I'd give it a rating of 4. I think it's a solid business with high margins, it's capital light, and it has staying power as well in my opinion, so I think it deserves a rating of 4. For verdict, I'm going to give it a hold. If you own Reddit, you might as well wait and see how it plays out, and then if you're looking to buy into Reddit, I think you might as well wait for a steeper discount. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.